we want to start here, of course, turning our attention to just the story of our times, I guess, and that's the ongoing genocide happening in Gaza and many of the things relating to that. We are very, very honored to be joined here as we continue the show by Ruweida Amer, who is a journalist and teacher from Gaza and also contributed to the Encampments film that we put together with Breakthrough News and Watermelon Pictures. Ruweida, thank you so much for being with us.
Hello, thank you for being here from Gaza during this hard situation. I'm so glad for this.
Well, we are really glad to have you, and it's super important. And I guess there's many things I could say, but the fact you're a teacher, I was hoping to start by asking you just, what has the impact been on students, on teachers, on educators in the context of what's happening in Gaza?
Uh, our school stopped from the beginning of the war, so as a teacher, I don't know what's happening with my students. I don't have any connections with everyone, so some of them displaced for many places in Gaza, and some of them traveled out Gaza to trying to be safe and survive from this war. And I know recently about some of them they killed during the war, so we lost many students. So we don't have any connection with them. Just I'm trying to be connect with anyone out Gaza because sometimes I have internet, so I check if they are good, they are better, how did they live during the war, the beginning of the war, because some of them traveled in the beginning of the war. Okay, so but all my students in Gaza, I didn't talk with them for a long time before. So last time I talked with my student, it was Thursday before 2 days of the war. So it's a long time, more than 16 months. I didn't meet my student. I didn't teach them science as I did for many years, last many years. So everything is changed, okay, but also the education changed too much because there's no schools, no universities, no any education centers in Gaza Strip, and also the schools changed to tents. So this situation where our student didn't used to learn in tents. So tents, it's not good place for education, by the way. So, but our children like the education, like to learn, like to go to their schools to take their classes. So they used to do that because we live in a long siege before the war also. So our like our struggle, it's not just in this war, but we live in um, many big situation or hard situation before the war. Okay, so the only place the children used to go is the school, so they know just the school, so they lose them during the war. So that's like back it's very bad about their psychology. So my student, when I talked with them say they said, I don't know if we will back to our school, if our school is good or not. I missed my classes, I missed my students. Did you remember our student like this? Okay, so we back to our memories to be good, to have hope for our next days, because we are looking for any small thing to give give us energy to complete our life. Okay, so the schools, it was so beautiful places for our students. but we lost the almost of them. So because the bombing didn't stop from the beginning of the war until now, and the schools changed to shelters for the displaced people, and it's not safe for the people also. So so I miss my students. I hope to back to my normal life. Always I posted on my Instagram, my Twitter. I want to back to my schools. I miss it my daily routine to go to school, to meet my students, to teach them science. So I stopped this work for 16 months. So it's so hard for us, and because the bombing is not stop. I went to my school, by the way, during the ceasefire, and I saw the place. It was destroyed. Okay, we need to rebuild this place, but we had hope to back to our schools during the summer if the ceasefire be continued. But the ceasefire not. Uh, continue continue, and we are under the bombing again and again and
Mm.
again. So it's so sad for us and for my students, I'm sure.
Ruweida, I wanted to ask you, you're also a journalist, and could you tell us, were you a journalist before, or is this something you started doing after the
Mm.
genocide in Gaza began? I'd love to hear some of your personal journey on that. And then also ask someone who is doing journalism. I mean, Israel has been targeting journalists, as you know. Um,
Mhm.
so, is that a scary situation to be in?
Yes, it was very different between the the war and during the war. Okay, so I used to work as journalist with my work as teacher. Okay, so I produced documentaries about our beautiful Gaza, our beautiful sites, like positive stories for young people, children. So I produced many stories before the war. Okay, but this war, it was very different for me because I didn't cover any war before, okay, but this is the first time I covered the war because I need to write. I need to do anything, okay? So writing it's very important for me because I can express about um, what I feeling during this war. So it was very hard, okay? And this war it's totally different between the last wars, by the way, because we faced like different things, hunger, lack of water, lack of food. There is no safe place. You need to looking for water every time. You need to looking for food every time. You need to looking for safe place every time. You need to contact with your friends, your colleagues, your families every time. So you are under huge pressure. Okay, like you're thinking or sorry, your mind is busy every time. Okay, so you have negative energy. Okay, this is the first thing, and you have responsibility about what's happening in Gaza. You need to show to the world, no, this war is totally different. Yes, before this war, during the last wars, there is killing, there is destroying, there is everything. But this war, it was a long war, and like we live in different situation. Like we didn't used to think about the food to stay alive. We didn't see like this we lose like all the families, okay, all the members of the families, okay, so they deleted all the life, okay, in the life, okay, so you can't know if this family you will meet them next time or not, or there is just one member of the family survive, okay, so this person will live without his family or her family. So it was so hard. So you need to work, you need to write, you need to tell the world about something. But I want to be very honest this time, or in this interview. We are working very hard during the war. We are writing hundreds of articles, producing hundreds of videos, documentaries, sharing thousands of posts to tell the world there is war in Gaza, there is people killing Gaza, there is people die because of there is hunger in Gaza, there is no water, there is no medicine, there is no safe place. But all the, not just me, all the people in Gaza, so there is, the people are silent. There is nothing change because the war still continue. Okay, the bombing is still every minute, every second. Okay, it's what every area in every areas in Gaza Strip. We know Gaza Strip um, too much, so we know the places. Okay, and I want to say something about this video. Last Friday, my mother like was very sick, so need needed to make a very fast operation. Okay, so we went to the hospital, but I feel the hospital is not safe. So I want to back to my place. I want to finish this operation too fast. And I told my brother I didn't feel very good when I walking around the hospital because they targeted the hospital before. So the hospital is not a place. So I don't know if it's normal for the people feel like this or not.
Mm.
To feel the hospital is not safe, schools not safe, international organizations not safe like this. So we need to write, we need to work, we need to show to the world, but it's not a change anything. The war is still and continue, and we take rest just for many days, but not forever. Okay, so we had hope. As I told you, we will back to our normal life. We will rebuild Gaza. We will rebuild our schools. We will back to our work. We will meet our friends, colleagues. I didn't see my colleagues for more than 16, and I say 16 months. I told them every time we will meet us, we will go to our school, we will go to our favorite places. I will meet you. Okay, it was dreams. Okay, so when the war back, we back to give us support to this war will finish, but we don't know when because every second or time. Every time it's hard for us. Okay, if you want, because there's no food, as I told you, there is no water, as I told you. So every time is hard for us. It's meaning our life. Okay, so I don't know if it's normal for the people to feel like this or just because we are in Gaza, it's okay to feel like this. So uh, always I said we are like civilian people. Okay, we have dreams, we have futures, we have childrens, we have plans to achieve our goals, to complete our life, to work, to just to be in safe. So we need that. So I want to back to our work as journalists. I'm sorry, I like jump to another because
No, no,
really
don't apologize.
yeah, yeah, but as I told you, yes, my family didn't support me to cover and to write because they are was very worried about me. They want me to be safe. Okay, so but I don't know. Anything in Gaza you can see during the war, targeted journalists, hospitals, schools, doctors. So everyone in Gaza have story. Not me, not the journalist, doctors, teachers. So I don't know. There is no one safe. Not we are as journalists. No, all the people in Gaza.
Mm. Well, Ruweida, we really appreciate everything you have done and will continue to do, and for being willing to join us here amidst everything in this late hour and talk more about this. And we'll look forward to talking to you again in the future as the situation continues. Thank you so much.
Thank you.